Welcome to Twisted News, your go-to source for current news with a unique twist. We aren't just delivering news, we're about diving deeper and going beyond the headlines. We strive to bring you fresh perspectives and insightful analysis that challenges the repetitive narratives we often find in mainstream media. Twisted News is more than just a program. It's an experience. We to provoke thought, stimulate conversation, and unearth unheard stories, giving a platform to those who often go unheard. Today, we're delving into the world of women's basketball, a realm that is fast-paced, thrilling, and in continuous evolution. We're focusing on the rising stars of the game. These athletes aren't merely players, they're game changers. They're challenging societal norms, shattering glass ceilings, and redefining the rules of the game. So stick with us as we explore the journey and careers of these exceptional women, starting with the phenomenal Caitlin Clark, whose stratospheric ascent in the field has been nothing short of awe-inspiring. The 2024 WNBA Draft was nothing short of a monumental event, not just for the world of women's sports, but for sports as a whole. This year's draft was a testament to the sheer talent and tenacity of these extraordinary athletes, and a reminder of the growing influence of women's sports on the global stage. The journey began with Caitlin Clark, a guard from the Iowa Hawkeyes, who was selected as the #1 pick by the Indiana Fever. Clark, who previously made headlines for breaking the all-time NCAA scoring record, is expected to make a significant impact on her team and the league. With her at the helm, the Fever is poised for a season of success and growth. As we reflect on the rise of Caitlin Clark, it's important to acknowledge the challenges that lie ahead for her in the professional league. While her selection as the #1 pick is a significant achievement, some critics argue that her stellar performance in college may not translate well to the WNBA. The physicality, intensity, and pace of the game at this level are far greater, and Clark will need to adapt quickly to keep up. Moreover, there's an ongoing debate about whether the Indiana Fever made the right choice in picking Clark as their #1. Critics have pointed out other potential picks who might have been a better fit for the team's current dynamics and long-term strategy. However, the Fever management has expressed absolute confidence in their decision, believing Clark's skills and leadership will guide the team to new heights. While these debates continue, one thing is certain: the spotlight is on Clark now more than ever. As she steps onto the court, she carries not only the weight of her team's expectations, but also the hopes of her fans and the women's basketball community. Only time will tell if Clark can live up to the hype. As we watch her journey unfold, we are reminded that the path to greatness is never easy, but those who dare to walk it are the ones who define the game. Following closely was Angel Reese declaring her intention to join the 2024 WNBA Draft after a successful collegiate career at Louisiana State University. Despite the adversity she faced, Reese remained determined and committed to her passion for the game. Her determination paid off when she was chosen by the Chicago Sky, a team with high hopes for her contribution to their rebuild. As Angel Reese steps into the spotlight of the WNBA, her determination becomes increasingly commendable. Yet there are skeptics questioning her ability to handle the pressure and high expectations set for her. Reese's collegiate success at Louisiana State University was undeniably impressive, but the transition to professional league is a different beast altogether. Can she replicate her success at the WNBA and meet the high hopes of the Chicago Sky? The answer to this question will be revealed in the upcoming season. Reese has a lot to prove, not just to her team and her fans, but to herself as well. She has the chance to solidify her place in the game, to show the world that her determination and commitment can indeed translate into success on the court. The Indiana Fever's general manager saw potential in pairing Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark for future success. The synergy between these two athletes could create a formidable force on the court, making the Fever a team to watch in the upcoming season. Following the potential of Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's strategy of pairing these two has certainly raised some eyebrows. It's a daring move that could either catapult the team to the top or send them spiraling. Critics argue that both players are strong in their own right, but the question remains: can they work well together as a duo? It's a potential risk for the Fever. Boston and Clark are both dominant players with strong personalities on the court. Will there be a power struggle? Or will they be able to find a balance, complementing each other's strengths and covering for each other's weaknesses? There's also the concern of injury. By investing so much into these two players, the Fever is putting a lot of eggs in one basket. An injury to either player could severely impact the team's performance. On the other hand, proponents of this strategy argue that the potential rewards outweigh the risks. The combined force of Boston and Clark could make the Fever an unstoppable force in the WNBA. Their synergy could create a dynamic and powerful playstyle that could potentially redefine the game. In the end, the Fever's success in the upcoming season hinges on this risky strategy. Will it pay off? Only time will tell. The 2024 WNBA Draft was not just about the top picks. Other notable draft picks included Charisma Osborne, Elizabeth Kitley, and Kate Martin, each bringing unique skills and potential to their respective teams. These athletes, each in their own right, are set to redefine the game and push the boundaries of women's basketball. While the 2024 WNBA Draft introduced several promising athletes, some critics argue that the league still has a long way to go in terms of equality and representation. Women's basketball, despite its recent strides, still faces significant challenges. From unequal pay to limited media coverage, the sport continues to grapple with issues that undermine its growth and recognition. The question remains, is the WNBA doing enough to address these issues? Some argue that while the league has made some progress, it still has much work to do. The fight for equality in sports is far from over, and the WNBA, as the premier women's basketball league, has a critical role to play in this struggle. The future of women's basketball depends on more than just the talent of its athletes. It requires a systemic shift in how we value and support women's sports. It calls for a change in perception, a breaking of stereotypes, and a commitment to fairness and equality. The journey is long and challenging, but with athletes like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and many others leading the charge, there is hope for a brighter, more equitable future in women's basketball. In conclusion, the 2024 WNBA Draft marked a pivotal moment in the world of sports. It showcased the immense talent and dedication of these athletes and highlighted the growing influence of women's basketball. With athletes like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese leading the charge, the future of women's basketball looks brighter than ever. This is more than just a game. It's a movement, a revolution, and these women are at the forefront. The 2024 WNBA Draft will be remembered not just for the athletes who were drafted, but for what it represents: a step towards equality in sports, a celebration of talent and hard work, and a testament to the power and potential of women's basketball. The world is watching, and these athletes are just getting started. Following the excitement of the 2024 WNBA Draft, it's essential to address the elephant in the room: the ongoing struggle for equality in women's sports. While we celebrate the rise of talents like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Aaliyah Boston, we must also remember the challenges these athletes face off the court. The pay gap in women's sports continues to be a significant issue, with female athletes often earning less than their male counterparts. This is more than just an issue of fairness. It's a reflection of the broader inequality that persists in our society. The WNBA has made strides towards addressing these issues, but some argue that the organization could do more. The debate continues. Is the league doing enough to level the playing field, or are they merely riding the wave of popularity these talented athletes have created, without addressing the systemic issues at hand? The future of women's basketball is undoubtedly bright. The talent, dedication, and passion of these athletes are undeniable and inspiring. However, the road to equality is long and filled with obstacles. As we continue to celebrate and support women's basketball, let's also remember to advocate for fairness and equality, both on and off the court. After all, this is more than just a game. It's a revolution, a testament to the power and potential of women's basketball, and a movement towards a more equal and inclusive world. Thank you for watching our coverage of the 2024 WNBA Draft. We hope you enjoyed this exciting journey as much as we did. With the rise of talents such as Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Aaliyah Boston, it's clear that the future of women's basketball is on the rise. If you appreciated our in-depth look into this pivotal moment in sports history, we encourage you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We aim to bring you the most comprehensive sports coverage, from rising stars to legendary matchups, and your support helps us continue to deliver the best in sports news. Remember, this is more than just a game. It's a revolution, a testament to the power and potential of women's basketball. So, join us as we continue to follow these incredible athletes on their journey to redefine the game. Stay tuned for more exciting sports news and updates. We promise, you won't want to miss what's coming next.